So authentic content is more important than ever in 2026. And you can see that with all the AI noise out there. So now we're going to look at the AI content creator part of the planner. So again, when you navigate into the planner, you can click into that, and then it is going to show you 3 different post formats. You can have a story-driven insight post, an advice post, or a testimonial post. And again, as I was saying earlier on, the way that the platform is engineered is to create impactful content in your voice. So impact is the word I have been using over and over again the last few months. I'm like, we want to show up with impact, and we want to show up with our voice. But we do want to use AI to get us there faster. And that's what it's all about. So the first post that we're going to look at are the story-driven insight posts. These are by far one of the top performing posts formats on social media right now, and they have been for the last 12 months or so. And they really help you build a personal connection with your audience. So if you're selling a service, and even product-based businesses where the business owner is very much part of the story of the business, sharing a story and linking it as you can back to your core messages is a wonderful way to get reach and engagement, connections, all of those lovely things that you want. But also it's the type of post which really helps you build a know, like, and trust factor. When you tell stories, when you connect with people at a personal level, that's what happens. And again, it's not about doing one of these a day. If you do one post like this a week, it will actually do you so much for your awareness and your connections on social media. So this type of post, I always say, brings you more business than the posts where you're actually selling something. So you sell more on the back of this type of post. So it uses real life stories to illustrate a message. It positions you as an expert. There's some value in it, and it encourages interaction at the end, generally by encouraging somebody to comment. So let's just look at a few examples. Blaheen was on my coaching program a few months ago, and again, I encouraged her to create a post like this. And there's a specific format that they're using here. The first line or two has to be the hook, so it has to stop someone scrolling and intrigue them. And then you tell the story, or you entertain, or you advise, or there's some learning in the story. And then at the end, you can see there's a little call to action to comment. This post performed incredibly well for Blaheen. I can't remember the reach, but it was phenomenal. So she hadn't posted on her LinkedIn or her Facebook for months. And then she showed up with this post on both platforms. It performed really well. She got a call on the back of it from a local university, and they had forgotten about her. They got her in to do some training. So just even that one post had an impact for Blaheen. This is Marbeth, and this is a post from Facebook. And again, it's telling a lovely story. Again, you can see it starts off with the same format, a very strong hook, tells the story, a nice call to action. And again, what you're looking for is engagement and reach and building connection rather than selling, because you'll sell more in the back of that. So again, this is the format we're looking at. Capture initial interest with a hook, sustain interest by entertaining, educating, or inspiring, build a connection, and encourage interaction. Because when people comment on your posts, they're more likely to see your future posts. And when people comment on your posts, the algorithm will show your content, that post, to more people. So that's why it's so valuable. I'm going to give you an example here of how you use the planner. So you click into the AI content creator, you click on the story post, and then you write in your story. Now, I've deliberately left all the typos and all the whatever. I just threw in a story there. You can just type it in really, really quickly. You can type it in any order. You don't even have to think about making it sound good. Make sure it's your voice, your tone. If you don't like typing, you can record something, a little voice note, and get a transcript, Otter AI. The free version is really good for it. Take the transcript, copy it, paste it into the little text box, and it will generate the story for you. And so it takes it and it gives you back in that format that's working really well on social media. So you can edit it directly, you can request refinements, then you can just copy and paste it, or you can save it and create a new post. And that's how easy it is. So it just literally allows you to create that post really, really quickly. And if you want to, you can tie it into the holidays and the special days as well, or not if it's not relevant. So that's the first type of post that you can create on the platform. The second type of post that you can create through the platform is an advice-led social media post. The first post where you're telling a story helps you build connection and trust, and people get to know you and like you. The second type of post, where you're giving advice, helps position you as an expert, which is slightly different. And it helps build trust. And again, just positions you as the helper, the thought leader, all of those things, which is really important for people if you want them to do business with you. Again, we're looking at quality over quantity, and they're evergreen. So if you create an advice post for January that's relevant now, or for Earth Hour or Earth Day or whatever it may be, you can absolutely use it again later on in the year or this time next year. So those posts that perform really well, tweak them, change the image and put them out a few times a year. Again, that will save you time and it'll still have impact. So to create an advice post through the planner, you literally navigate to the advice tab here. It's the second one over. There's an arrow pointing to it. And again, look at this. I deliberately put it in. I just typed anything in. I was actually remembering a story that I was having, a conversation I was having with one of my clients, and I was saying that's a really good advice post. So I remembered what she told me and I typed it in any old order. I didn't even order where the advice was. I put it as I remembered it, and I have loads of typos and loads of spelling mistakes, and I left them in. And so when you finish typing, you can select this button here to generate key point ideas. And what it does, it looks for your post and it'll take out what it believes are the top 3, and then you can add more or less. You can say how many key points you want in the post, if you want 4 or 5 or 2 or 3 or whatever. And then you can decide what the call to action is from the post, and then it will generate the post for you. So again, it's generating the post in that format with the hook, with the advice, and with the call to action. And the beauty about it is it just takes you very little time. And the beauty about it is prompts are engineered within the platform to write the content in your voice. So it's not like you're putting in your story into ChatGPT and you're getting something quite generic back, which sounds like it's been written by ChatGPT. Now, you still may want to edit it and make it your own. That's absolutely fine too. But 80 or 90% of the work is done for you. So, and again, it's written in that format that's working really well on social media at the moment. The third type of content you can write through my platform are the testimonial style posts. So when you say you're great, it's your claim. But when a client says, I've worked with them, they're brilliant, that's much more powerful. So what other people say about you is more powerful, because other people are more likely to believe what third party people say about you. And that's why testimonials are so important. But I always find that people write testimonials in that instead of like, if I got a testimonial saying Louise is lovely and she's very nice and she answered my questions, that's nice. But I'm much more interested in a testimonial which says, I did Louise's coaching program. I found 5 new clients. I'm delighted. Because that's outcome based rather than praise based. And so the platform is engineered to take your testimonials and to reframe them so that they're outcome based rather than praise based. And how do we do this? So again, you can find old testimonials, who is it from, and then you look down what was the outcome or result, you will put that in, and then what time frame, and then any additional content, and it will then generate the testimonial for you. Okay, and again, that will be much more outcome based. And if you have old testimonials from Google or Facebook or Amazon or wherever, your website, you can paste them in and you can rewrite old testimonials to make them outcome based, much more impactful for your business. So the next section within the planner, which you get under the free account, is all the best practices. And that's just full of all the advice that I would have packed into the old planners throughout the year. And that's all there for you to use as well.